Hello, viewers. He don't love us. Hello, viewers. He don't like us. Hello, subscribers. He don't remember us. Sitting here messing with y'all, viewers. What's up? It's Sunday night. Yeah. You thought I forgot you guys, huh? Okay, Nintendo. Where do you get off telling people that they can't mount their animals? They can't ride animals in video games? Did Nintendo Corporation, did you create animals? Did you create animals? Did you create the flying creatures? The birds of the heavens, the fish of the sea? Did you create the reptiles, the insects, the mammals? Did you create animals? Where do you get off telling people they can't mount their animals in the video games? You telling Pocket Pair that they can't ride animals, that's like you telling Disney they can't ride animals. That's like you telling DreamWorks. That's like you telling Pixar you can't mount animals. Where do you get off telling people they can't ride animals or mount them or train them? See, in this lawsuit, you bit off more than you could chew. You never had a case. You never did. Okay? And then you try to change the rules in the case while the case is happening. It's called jealousy and envy. And what you tried to do was limit game creation about training animals, raising them, petting them, using them for travel, using them for even in warfare. That's like you telling Rocksteady, okay, not Rocksteady, but Rockstar, oh, in Red Dead Redemption 3, you can't ride a horse. Just saying. You telling Pocket Pair they can't ride animals or travel with animals. That's like you telling Rockstar in Red Dead Redemption 3, you cannot ride a horse. You got to walk on your foot. I'm sitting here joking. This lawsuit is hilarious. This lawsuit is hilarious, man. So where do you get off, man? Did you create animals? Nintendo Corporation? Yeah. See, I tried to tell these Nintendo fans worldwide that the Switch should have never been built, but they just don't learn, huh? But they agreed to it. They agreed about the Switch. When Nintendo told them, "Oh, we're trying to be different," they agreed to it. We're gonna do gaming on the go. They agreed to it. We're going in a different direction. They agreed to it. And now they're crying out. The Switch 1 and Switch 2 is so weak that they had to borrow Wii U exclusive to survive. And not only that, they try to take the Wii U chat and put it on the Switch 2. The Switch should have never been built. Just saying. So Nintendo, where do you get off telling people that they can't, like telling game developers they can't ride animals? Do you know how boring Red Dead Redemption 3 would be? You can't even ride a horse across that open world landscape if Rockstar makes a Red Dead Redemption 3. You know, you telling Pocket Pair that they can't ride animals, man. See, people don't understand how serious this lawsuit is and what you try to get away with. If you would have gotten away with that in court, that means that applies to animation studios, people that create cartoons, people that write books, people that developers that create video games about using animals to travel. That's how big that was. See, people think it was just about Pokemon. No, it was bigger than that. Okay. So and to you Nintendo fans, You need a wake up call. I'm just saying. You just need a wake up call. Nintendo is not innocent, you know. They're not innocent. You know. They try to punk Pocket Pair, but Pocket Pair is fighting back. Okay? That's what they try to do by telling them they can use gliders, but oh, you can't use animals to travel. Where do you get off? How comes Nintendo didn't call out Blizzard on World of Warcraft? Oh, Blizzard is under that Microsoft umbrella. Okay. Oh, you don't want that type of smoke, huh? Okay. But you decided to try to pick on Pocket Pair because they were small. And not only that, you got jealous, you got envious that Pocket Pair got successful with Palworld. Yeah. See, I know my gaming, man. So you telling Pocket Pair that they can't ride animals apply to a lot of 3D animation studios, you know, studios that creates novels, studios about using animals, about studios that create studios that create 3D animation cartoons. It would have applied there. That's like that would be like Disney try to make say a Toy Story 3, and they can't ride an animal in that movie, or Toy Story 4. Just saying. That's how serious that case was, man. So Nintendo got greedy, and I guess they didn't think that there were people out here that picked up on it. See, people thought it was, oh, you know, it's about Pokemon. No, it's about Pokemon. No, it applies to a whole bunch of other things. You know, whether in writing novels, comic books, writing animated cartoons for movies, it applied. So Nintendo tried to be slick. Nintendo tried to be slick, but a person like me, I picked up on it quick, and I'm like, no, this is it's bigger than that. They were going to start off with Pocket Pair first, and if they would have got away with that, man, it would have been a blow. It would have been a big blow to video games, man. That would be like telling Rockstar, if they make a Red Dead Redemption 3, oh, you can't ride a horse in your game. You can't use a horse. You can't use a horse to travel. Yeah, that's how serious that's how serious this case was. For if people don't pick up on it, okay. Nintendo tried to start off small by going at Pocket Pair, and if that would have passed, yeah, they would have went at everybody else. Okay, they would be going after everybody else. So now the case is like falling apart in court. It's not has no substance to it. Now they're running for cover. That was not good. Okay, they got greedy. That's what they did. They got greedy. You're gonna tell a studio they can't use animals to travel? They can't summon animals? They can't train them? They can't pet them? Not good, man. Not good. Not good. This is like if anybody thought that this case was small, you need to think again. You need to go back and really look at this. Okay? It would be like telling Rockstar or telling the creators of Avatar 3, oh, you can't ride no dragons in your movie. That's how serious this case was. Yeah. Nintendo tried to be slick. They wanted to start it off. It would have started off like how the pandemic started. When the pandemic started off small in a small area, and then it spread worldwide. That's how Nintendo tried to use. That's how Nintendo was going about this. Okay, and now there's another lawsuit being filed now because there's another company that's out there that's suing Nintendo now. They're going at them over this. Like, who are you to tell people to tell developers what they can and can't do? And with riding animals or training them or petting them. Who are you to tell? Who are you to do that? So yeah, they bit off more than they could chew. Yeah, this is how serious this case is, man. This is how serious this case is. Okay, it's not some small time case. It would have applied to a whole lot of things, things in video games, and movies, and TV shows. That's how they were going about this. Okay, they wanted to use Pocket Pair as an example. That's what they were trying to do. Okay, Nintendo, yeah. And you got these Nintendo YouTubers, they tried to build like this wall of protection around Nintendo. And there's certain Nintendo YouTubers who don't want to talk about the Pocket Pair situation because it wouldn't look good for Nintendo, so they built this wall of protection. You know who they are. You might see them talking about other things. They try to work around it. Okay? But they can't work around it. They know who they are. Yeah. This case was serious, man. It was a serious case, you know. It would be like Nintendo telling Rockstar, "Oh, you're making a Red Dead Redemption 3. Well, guess what? You can't ride no horse in your video games." Yeah, that's how serious it is. Oh, Pixar, really? You using animals in your 3D animation cartoons? Well, you can't summon them. You can't ride them. Nope. Yeah. Or Crystal, DreamWorks, or you doing, or you create, you too. You can't ride no animals in your movies. Yeah, they were gonna start off small. That's what they were trying to do. Okay. And now their case is falling apart, and now you got another studio now that's coming at them. Okay. Like, who are you to tell developers that they can't ride animals or summon them or train them in their games? Just saying. That's how serious this case is, man. So, yes, I do keep up with my gaming. I just don't say nothing. I'm gonna act like I don't. I just act like I don't. But yeah, man, they bit off more than they could chew, man. You know, they got jealous and envious of Palworld. All Nintendo had to do was just look at Palworld like, okay, you know, they should have never taken them to court. They should have like, you know what, okay, you're doing this, and this in your game. Okay, fine. Maybe we need to start riding our animals for traveling and all that. Yeah, it would look. This case was so serious. It would be like telling who was that Bandai Namco, the creators of it's like telling From Software, oh, you can't ride no animals in Elden Rings. That's how serious this was, man. For those who weren't paying attention to the case, a lot of people that were talking about it, they were playing the victim card, like Nintendo was innocent with all this. Okay, they were playing the victim card. But the moment they started trying to tell Pocket Pair that you can't ride animals in a video game, oh no. That applied to a whole, not just video games. It applies to movies, TV shows, cartoons. Yeah, that's how serious this was, man. So yeah, I've been keeping up with it. I even watched who was that? What's his name? Fertanga talk about it too. Yeah, that's how serious this was, man. So Nintendo bit off more than they could chew. Okay, and they were trying to change the rules while the case was happening, man. Not before the case happened, while the case is happening. And now it's falling apart because they have no case. This whole case was based on jealousy and envy. Yep. They should have just used Palworld as motivation to make Pokemon better instead of trying to sue them. That's what they should have done. And look what's happening to them now. But instead of trying to sue them, they should have just used as motivation and like, you know what, we need to start doing things differently, you know, because the video game landscape is changing. They got stagnant. They got comfortable the way Pokemon is, you know, and they weren't being creative. and Palworld came around and smashed them and punched them in the mouth like wake up. You know, people want more from Pokemon. They want more. They don't just want to be training the animals and then having them battle all the time. They want to use them to travel, you know, and do other things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So for them now to try to tell Pocket Pair like, oh, you can't ride animals in video games? Like, okay, who are you? Did you create them? Did you create animals? Did you create them? You know, seriously, you know, that's like telling all these studios they can't ride animals, man. Looking at Rockstar, oh, you making a Red Dead Redemption 3, huh? Well, guess what? You can't ride your horse in Red Dead Redemption 3. Oh no, can't ride them. You're gonna walk on your foot. so yeah, but yeah, man. So this lawsuit, man, it's that serious, man. It's that serious. So for those who weren't paying attention to it, thinking it was just all about Nintendo and Pokemon, oh no, they tried to be slick. Okay, because if they would have gotten away with what they were trying to with what they trying to do, it would have applied to everybody. Okay, it would have stopped creativity in gaming and everything. Yeah. Okay, they were trying to make an example out of Pocket Pair, and it backfired. Yeah, you tried, and they didn't even have a case, man. They didn't. Just saying. So yeah, this Palworld court case, man, wasn't something to laugh at, man. It was that serious. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to make the game industry stagnant. That's what Nintendo tried to do. They tried to make the game industry stagnant by telling people, "Oh, you can't ride animals? What? If that's the case, how come you didn't go at Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, World of Warcraft?" Just saying. So yeah, they could have won at Capcom too with Monster Hunter. What was it Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter, Monster Rancher? Yeah. That's how serious this case was, man. So people need to pay attention, man, and stop thinking that Nintendo is this goody two-shoes company that don't do no wrong. Uh-oh, my helicopter. It's coming. Coming to pick me up. Sitting here messing around here. Yeah. But anyway, man, but yeah, this court case was that serious. Wait up! Wait for me. I'm over here. Anyway, sitting here playing around. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's how serious this case was, man. You know, people need to wake up, man. You know, people need to wake up. And for me, to me, Nintendo should have never created the Switch. The game key cards, they were stopping, they stopped, what's that, trying to think of the word here. The game key cards are no good, man. Okay, they stop, game key cards stop video game preservation, man. It does. Game key cards stop video game preservation. Yeah, it do. Really do. Yep. It's no good, man. The Switch should have never been built. Switch 1 or Switch 2. Both the eShop for the Switch 1 and Switch 2 are a waste. Nintendo should have stayed with the Wii U, got rid of the 3DS, and put all their games in the virtual console and just keep pushing. Refresh the Wii U, but change the name. They had everything right there. They choose to go against it, but then with the Switch 2, they try to take a feature from the Wii U and try to put it on the Switch 2. The Switch ain't no good, man. So, yeah, but you know you can lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. Yeah, but whoops, I'm sitting here messing around here, hit the wrong button. Anyway, I'm sitting here on a Sunday night, just running my mouth. But yeah, that Palworld court case is serious, man. You know, they were going to start out small, man. If they would have gotten away with what they tried to do to Pocket Pair, man, then the video game industry would have been in trouble. Yeah. Video game industry would have been in trouble. Some serious trouble, man. It would have been stagnant. Like, who are you to tell the developers they can't raise or train or they can't ride their animals. Who are you? And my question still remains the same. Nintendo Corporation, did you create animals? So who are you to set the rules talking about, developers can't train them, can't summon them, can't ride them, can't use them as weapons, can't use them for transportation? Who are you? Just saying. That's how serious this case was, man. So people need to wake up, man. Yeah. They were gonna start off small, man. And if they would have gotten away with that, oh yeah. It would be something. Yeah. It would be something, man. It would have stopped game development. It would have stopped game development. Make the game industry stagnant. If you tell Pocket Pair that they can't ride animals, that's like looking at Rockstar and saying, okay, in Red Dead Redemption 3, oh no, you can't ride no horse. Sorry. You're going to be walking on foot. You can use a car to travel, but you ain't finna use no horse to travel. I'm just saying. So yeah. Man, I'm just sitting here running my mouth here on a Sunday night, but man, I've been paying attention to this Palworld court case. It was that serious for those who weren't paying attention. Okay, Nintendo ain't as innocent as you think they is. No, they ain't. Just saying. Anywho, it's Sunday night. I'm sitting here running my mouth. Hope you viewers like this video. I had to give you like a good 21 minutes of running my mouth. And catch you next time. Peace.